Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to learn how to draft a pattern for Adobe laptop. So before we continue, make sure you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel.
So the first thing we are going to do is to draft our shoulder to half length measurement. For the purpose of this class, we are going to make use of 16 inches for our shoulder to half length measurement. So we'll mark it on our pattern paper and then we'll connect the straight lines together. So we'll label this line as our half length line. So after that, we are going to go ahead to measure our shoulder to nipple measurements. Our shoulder to nipple measurement is 9 inches. So we are going to mark 9 inches on our pattern paper and we are going to connect another straight line. So this straight line that we are connecting together is going to serve as our bust line. So we are going to label this straight line as our bust line. So after that, the next thing we want to do is to get our shoulder. Our shoulder is 14 inches. So when divided by 2, it will give us 7 inches. So we'll mark 7 inches on our shoulder line. Then we'll come down by 8 inches for our armhole curve. Then we'll connect the straight lines together to form the armhole line. So after that, the next thing we are going to do is to extend our armhole line. We'll extend our armhole line, then we'll divide our armhole line into 2. Our armhole is 8 inches, so we are going to divide it into 2, which will give us 4 inches. When we divide our armhole line into 2, it gives us 4 inches. So at that center, we are going to come in by half an inch. I'm going to come in by half an inch. Then after that, we'll connect it to our shoulder. We'll connect the half an inch to our shoulder. Then we are going to take our bust measurement. We'll take our bust measurement at the armhole line. For this pattern, our bust measurement is 33. So we divide it by 4, which will give us 8 1/4. So we are going to mark 8 1/4 at the armhole line. Then we'll use our French curve to connect the lines together. We'll use our French curve to connect the lines together so that we can have a curved armhole, a well curved armhole. So after that, the next thing we are going to do is to get our neck. Our neck width is 3 inches. We are going to use 3 inches. But for the neck depth, we are making use of 6 inches because we don't want our cleavage to be exposed. So we are going to use 6 inches. You can also use 7 inches or you can use 8 inches. It depends on your choice. But for the purpose of this class, we are going to use 6 inches for the neck depth. Then we use your ruler to connect the 2 points together to get our neckline. So after that, we are going to take our bust measurement. Remember our bust measurement is 8 1/4. Then we'll mark it at the bust line. Then remember to add your stitching allowance. We are making use of 1.5 inches for the stitching allowance. Also remember to add it to the armhole line. So after that, we are going to come to our waistline and take our waist measurement. Our waist is 27 inches. So when we divide it by 4, it will give us 6 3/4. We'll mark our 6 3/4. Then we are going to add our stitching allowance and also our dart allowance. Then you connect it together. You connect from the armhole line down to your waist line. Remember to add your dart allowance, which is 1 inches. So the next thing we are going to do is to slant our shoulder. We'll slant our shoulder by half an inch. You take half an inch from your armhole line, then you extend it to your neck line. You slant it towards your neckline. So our shoulder has been slanted. Then after that, we'll remember to take our dart. To get our dart, we are going to divide our nipple to nipple by 2. Our nipple to nipple is 7 inches. So when we divide it by 2, it gives us 3.5 inches. So we are going to take 3.5 inches from the center of our waistline. We'll take 3.5 inches. So when you take 3.5 inches, you are going to take half inch inward and half inch outside to form the dart leg. Then you go up by 5 inches from your waist towards your nipple point. You go up, then you connect the 2 points together. So after connecting the 2 points together, then you extend it towards your dart leg at the waist side to form your dart line. You extend the half inches you have taken from both sides of your nipple to nipple divided by 2 to form your dart line. So after doing that, what we are going to do is to extend our neckline. We want to extend our neckline to the other side of the pattern paper because it is an overlap top. So therefore we need to extend our neckline. So you take your ruler and extend your half length line and your bust line from the center down to the other side of the pattern paper. Then we will measure our nipple to nipple again. The nipple to nipple divided by 2. You measure it from the center of your pattern paper towards the other side. Then you connect it to the neckline. To the neckline, you connect it from the neckline down to the other side of your pattern paper. This is to form extension for the overlap top. Then you cut out your pattern paper. This is all for the front part. So once you cut out your pattern paper, then you fold your fabric. You fold your fabric and then you place your pattern paper on your folded fabric to cut out the overlap top. So after this, we are going to cut out the back pattern for this outfit. We are going to cut out the back pattern. Remember to always cut out your pattern paper neatly so that there won't be any excess when you are cutting out your fabric. And also remember to add your stitching allowance. Stitching allowance horizontally and vertically. Remember to add all your stitching allowance. So for the back, we are going to make use of 15 inches. As we all know that our back is always shorter than our front by 1 inch. So measure 15 inches from our shoulder to our half length. Then we'll mark 1 inch from the center or from the center of our pattern paper. We'll mark 1 inch, which will serve as our zipper allowance. So after that, we are going to take our shoulder measurement. Remember, our shoulder is 14 inches, and when we divide it by 2, it gives us 7 inches. So from there, we mark down 8 inches for our armhole line. We are going to mark down 8 inches for our armhole line. Then we'll use our ruler to connect the 2 lines together. So after that, we'll extend our armhole line. So after doing that, next thing we are going to take is our bust line. Remember our bust measurement, our bust line is 9 inches. So we are going to measure our bust line, which is 9 inches. We are going to connect it together with a straight line. So after doing that, after connecting it together, we are going to label it our bust line and also our half length line. This is what we've actually done on the front part. So we are going to repeat all this again for the back pattern. So after doing that, we want to determine our neckline. For the back, we are making use of 3 inches as the neck neck width, and 1.5 inch for the neck depth. It depends on your choice. You can use 2 inches, you can use 3 inches. Depends on how wide you want the back of your cloth to be. But for this class, we are going to make use of 3 inches by 1.5 inches. Then we are going to use our French curve to connect it together. We are going to make use of our French curve to connect it together. So after that, we are going to take our bust measurement. Our bust measurement is 8 1/4. So we are going to take our bust measurement at the armhole line. Then we are going to use our French curve to draw our armhole curve. We are going to use our French curve to get our armhole curve. So after getting our armhole curve, we are going to take our measurement at the bust line and also at the waist line. We are going to add our 1.5 inches, which is our sewing allowance. We are going to add it, and also at the waistline, we are going to remember to add our 1 inch allowance for the dart. So after adding your sewing allowance, also remember to add another extra 1 inch for the dart. Then you connect the 2 points together. So to take the dart for the back, the same way we did for the front dart, we are also going to measure our nipple to nipple divided by 2, which is 3.5. Then we are going to extend it to our bust point. So at the bust point, we are going to connect it down to the waistline. We are going to connect the line down to the waistline. So guys, that is basically all for this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. In my next tutorial, I will be teaching you how to cut and sew a shirt jumpsuit. See you in my next video. Bye.